It's a chicken dumpling made in these 2,000-liter cultivators that are right behind us.
We're here at Upside Foods, the first cultivated meat company to get the FDA green light.
Cultivated meat is grown from animal cells in a lab. It's not plant-based. Eat Just has also gotten the FDA safety sign-off.
We make real meat without the need to slaughter animals.
Could it change how we eat in the future? And how does it taste? All right, so let's give it a taste.
This is a production facility where we make meat, and it's a little bit different than how chicken is made in most of the country today. There are a lot of benefits of making meat in this way, from 70% less emissions, 70% less water and land, but one of the biggest is you don't need to harm an animal.
Talk to me about the science here. How does it work?
Everything we eat is made of cells. Cells are the building blocks of meat. What if we can just grow the best types of cells? So we take cells from eggs or young animals or mature animals, and we identify the cells that are capable of going into fats, proteins, connective tissue.
Those cells are prepped in a lab, then pumped into these bioreactors, which kind of look like what you'd see at a brewery.
Inside this bioreactor tank, there are billions of chicken cells growing, and it'll take about a month before they're ready to eat.
You have the cells doubling and doubling and doubling, and real meat is being made. So in the same way that you have a chicken, and a chicken is consuming soy and corn, its fat cells, its muscle cells are growing.
And what does it look like when it comes out?
Imagine chicken without the bones, that's just in its most unstructured way, and then we take that and then we form it into something that's more structured. You don't have a chicken allergy, do you?
I do not have a chicken allergy. It looks and tastes like chicken. Definitely has the chew factor of chicken. Yeah, it shreds like chicken too. I feel like it's soft, kind of soft in texture.
Okay.
But it's giving chicken. It is very, 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 very close. I'm not sure if I would be able to tell the difference if I had both in front of me.
Raising livestock contributes 14.5% of all human-caused greenhouse gas emissions. The companies making lab-cultivated meat claim their way of doing things can fix that, if they can figure out how to do it affordably.
Are we talking hundreds of dollars on this plate right now? Thousands? What would you estimate?
I would say more than $50.
Right now, the only place in the world where you can buy cultivated meat is in Singapore, where Eat Just sells its chicken at a financial loss.
So if the motivation isn't profit here, why sell in Singapore?
Selling in Singapore is a way of demonstrating that this new approach to making meat is not science fiction, but it's here, it's reality.
The only way to beat chicken is to be cheaper than chicken. And so essentially it's just that. Like, when will lab-grown meat be cheaper? It's going to take a very long time.
Larissa Zimbaroff is a journalist who covers the intersection of food and technology.
Why do you think it's going to take that long?
So recently at a UC Davis, researchers came up with this cost basis. It was for chicken. So it might cost anywhere from $17 to $35 per kilogram. And that's if they can scale it up. Chicken at the supermarket costs about $1.89 a pound.
With the FDA cleared, it'll take USDA approval for Upside Foods and Eat Just to sell their cultivated chicken here in the US.
So we're at the finish line of the first phase, where we proved it can move from science fiction to reality. We're at the start line of the next phase, where we have to prove that we can scale it to an industrial process that is robust, that is repeatable, and that can continue to lower costs.
Is there a universe where maybe some of these goals aren't achieved, maybe in your lifetime?
There's a ton of risk in doing this. There's a lot of uncertainty. But the other option is not to do anything, and that seems worse.
I really think it's the texture that my brain is just like, yeah, it's chicken.